Okay, welcome back. Just one more to go and then the final totaling up. So, the 28th of October, purchased an adjoining warehouse for 170,000. A deposit of 10,000 was paid by check and the remainder was borrowed. Okay, so you purchased an adjoining warehouse, which is a building, so your buildings have certainly gone up. Okay, so where are your buildings? Here we go. 170,000. That was the cost price, so your buildings went up by that. And the next thing then is a deposit was paid by check. 10,000 was paid by check. Well, that means that your bank is going down, isn't it? By 10,000. Okay. And then it says the remainder was borrowed from New Finance Limited. So you got a loan for the remainder. And a loan is what kind of a thing? It's a liability, isn't it? Okay, so normally our long-term liabilities, because if it's a large amount for a building, it'll be a long-term loan. So normally our long-term loans go in the, not the short-term liabilities here, but just down the finance by section above the capital and the reserves. But it nevertheless, anyway, it goes down here. So the notation I suppose we put in here is the name of the finance company or the bank that we got the money from, and this is New Finance Limited. Okay, and we borrowed 160,000, so that liability has gone up by 160,000. Okay, so when we balance, 170 minus 10 is plus 160, and down at the bottom we just have a plus 160, and our two totals are the same. Okay, so last thing to do then when you've done that is just to add across all of these lines. So the first one, 330, 170, that's 500,000. Okay, next one, vehicles, nothing happens, so it's just 105, the same as from the start, etc., etc. We fill in the rest of them. Now, the important thing though is, what I'll do is I'll pause this and I'll tot them all up and then I'll come back in a sec. Okay, so that's those totted up, and just as I was saying before I paused it, the important thing then is to do a quick double check. So once you've totted up all the way across here, then add up these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these and get a total here, and add up your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 here and get a total here. And if you haven't made any mistakes, these totals should be the same. And then that's basically the end of tabular statements for ordinary level.